In the heart of downtown Los Angeles stands the Cecil Hotel, a place where darkness lingers in the hallways, where tragedy seems to seep into the walls. It's a building with a past soaked in violence, suicide, and despair. And in 2013, it became the stage for one of the most baffling disappearances in modern history: the tragic, unsettling case of Elisa Lam. Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old Canadian student, bright, adventurous, and full of life. She loved writing, photography, and exploring new places. But Elisa also struggled with bipolar disorder, a condition that could send her into spirals of mania and depression. In January 2013, she embarked on a solo trip down the West Coast, documenting her journey in a blog. Her final stop, the Cecil Hotel. The Cecil was infamous long before Elisa's arrival. Built in the 1920s, it had devolved into a haven for crime, addiction, and death. Serial killer Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, once lived here. A woman named Elizabeth Short, later known as the Black Dahlia, was allegedly seen in its lobby before her gruesome murder. Some even whispered the hotel was cursed. Elisa checked in on January 26, 2013. For days she explored LA, sending cheerful messages to her family. But on January 31st, she stopped responding. Worried, her parents reported her missing. Police scoured the area, but there was no sign of her, until they reviewed the hotel's elevator footage. What they found was unsettling. The footage shows Elisa entering the elevator, pressing multiple buttons in quick succession. She peers out the doors, as if hiding from someone or something. Her hands move strangely, almost like she's communicating with an unseen presence. The elevator doors don't close, despite no visible obstruction. After minutes of erratic behavior, she steps out and vanishes. This was the last time Elisa Lam was seen alive. Days turned into weeks. Then, on February 19th, hotel guests began complaining. The water from their taps tasted foul, and some reported it was dark, almost black. Maintenance workers climbed to the rooftop to inspect the water tanks. What they found would haunt them forever. Inside one of the massive 4-foot-high tanks was Elisa Lam's body, naked, decomposing, floating in the water that hundreds of guests had been drinking, bathing in, and brushing their teeth with for weeks. The discovery raised horrifying questions. How did Elisa get inside? The heavy lid was closed. The tank was nearly impossible to climb into alone. The rooftop was supposed to be restricted, yet there were no signs of forced entry. And why were her clothes missing with no evidence of sexual assault? The internet exploded with theories. Some believed Elisa was murdered, perhaps by a hotel employee or a fellow guest. Others pointed to the Cecil's dark energy, suggesting supernatural forces were at play. Conspiracy theorists noted that La Melissa resembles La Melissa, a biochemical term, sparking wild claims of government involvement. But the most plausible explanation? Lisa, in the throes of a bipolar episode, may have experienced psychosis, paranoia, hallucinations, and disorientation. The elevator footage aligns with documented cases of mania. Could she have climbed into the tank herself, seeking refuge, only to become trapped? Yet critical details don't add up. The tank's lid was shut. The rooftop access door was heavy with an alarm. Why didn't anyone hear it? And why did the elevator malfunction at the exact moment of her disappearance? Elisa's story became a global obsession. The 2021 Netflix docuseries Crime Scene, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, reignited interest, but also controversy. Was her tragedy being exploited for entertainment? Today, the Cecil Hotel remains standing, its halls quieter, but no less haunted by its past. Elisa Lam's death was ruled an accident, but for many, the truth remains just out of reach, lost in the shadows of a place where darkness seems to linger forever. What really happened to Elisa Lam? The answer may lie somewhere between tragedy and the unexplainable.